What's up, everybody? We're back. As you can see, for those of you watching on YouTube, we have a temporary logo. So we have some big news on episode 17 of the exclusive podcast. It is no longer just Mims and I. We have added Jack as a permanent member of the pod.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's a great
pumped.
day. It's a great
It's a
day for the pod.
fantastic day.
Welcome.
I'm pumped.
So, as you all know, I am here with the one and only Mims.
Thank
And
God.
I'm here as well with our new member, Jack, man.
Let's go.
We're all here.
Gang's all here.
You wouldn't think that we have a lot to talk about, but there is quite a lot to talk about. All-star rosters dropped, not rosters, they haven't drafted yet, but we got the player pool. Super Bowl's coming up. We got the lines out already. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Pro Bowl rosters have released. We'll briefly gander over those, and some head coaching hires and some not hires. We'll get into that as well. And Izzy and Whitaker is coming up next week as well. So we'll briefly touch on that as well. So where shall we start, fellas?
Let's start with Joe Burrow being the coolest quarterback of all fucking time. So for those of you that clearly are just weird and didn't watch the games last weekend, the Bengals were down 21-3 and just decided they didn't give a fuck about that and just scratched and clawed their way into the game and successfully upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Really, it's kind of hard to understand. It was really almost like the Chiefs just soiled it.
Soiled it.
No,
Soiled it.
Like that might be the second half. Might be the worst half of football I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes play.
Playoff.
Yeah, my TikTok
certainly.
sold bad. It was bad.
He just took two, or at least, especially the bad sack at the end of the game where they were at the 8-yard line, right? And then he scrambled 10 yards backwards, and Sam Hubbard had that delayed blitz sack that forced them way into field goal range. They were fucked from Jump Street there. And then the interception at the end where he had the back-to-back targets to Demarcus Robinson.
That was terrible.
Travis Kelce had 10 catches. Tyreek Hill had 7 catches. They were clearly getting open all game. So I don't know why. Demarcus Robinson had been targeted 3 times all game, and 2 of them were in overtime. I don't know why that was the move there, but
We must have watched different games because my boy Eli Apple was sunning them out there.
yeah, sure.
Eli Apple redemption arc.
Yeah,
I'm for it.
he's about to
This is
become
what
a
we
Pro
needed.
Bowl corner.
Let's go.
He did have one of the plays of the game, in fairness to him.
The Patrick Beverly of the NFL. He's back and in the Super Bowl.
In the
Saints-
Super Bowl.
In the Super
As a
Bowl.
starter.
Saints legend. What is going on? What is going on? The
Yeah.
Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Bungles, the Bumgles. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
I can't either, dude. But in all seriousness, I think it ends here. I think
It's over for him. I think it's over.
Let's talk about it. The line is set at 4.5 in favor of the Rams, obviously. Plus 170 on the money line for the Bengals, minus 200 for the Rams, and the over/under is set at 48.5.
I like the over.
I definitely feel pretty good on Bengals covering 4.5. I mean, I feel like that would just be
maybe
such
I don't know.
Such a Vegas thing to happen. Bengals cover, Rams win.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there. Minus 200 tells me the Rams are going to win this game.
I think the Bengals are going to win this game for obvious reasons. Joe Burrow is way cooler than Matt Stafford. Jalen Ramsey can't guard Jamar Chase. Duh. And Joe Burrow is just way cooler than anyone on the Rams.
I have a theory. It's every year whoever has the better defense wins the Super Bowl.
If you bet on that every year, I feel like you'd profit.
Yeah, oh yeah, so has to.
Yeah.
I bet on whoever's cooler.
Dude,
Joe
Cooper
Burrow's
Kupp
way cooler than everybody.
Cooper Kupp might be cooler than Joe Burrow, honestly.
What the hell did you
in
just
my
say?
opinion. You heard me. He's pretty damn cool.
Did he have 66 touchdowns in one season?
No, but he's setting records this
Did
year.
Did he win a Heisman?
No, but he played at Eastern Washington. Put some
he
damn
win an
respect
actual
on his
title?
name. No, but who cares about that? No one cares about that. We're in the NFL now. Cooper Kupp is the MVP.
And they're both in the same spot. So who's cooler?
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. This isn't Rams Bengals. This is who is cooler, Cooper Kupp or Joe Burrow.
It's Joe Burrow, the guy with 1,000 nicknames.
He was looking cold as hell though, walking into Kansas City.
Oh, absolutely.
He was looking like a beast. That
Dripped
scared me a
out.
little. I was like, maybe he has a chance.
I knew
And
they
sure
would.
enough, they fucking won. I don't know how you guessed that though. I don't like Mims. I respect that you guessed it correctly, but there was just no reason to think that they would win that. And same with the Rams. I don't know how this Bengals team keeps winning. It truly confuses me.
Because Joe Burrow's so cool. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I really am. Like, Grant, what say you? Do you think Joe Burrow's so cool that he's unbeatable?
He's definitely beatable.
I don't know. In the playoffs, he's never lost in the playoffs ever since college, man. Just saying.
Dude, why are you out here trying to jinx Joe Burrow?
I've been saying it all playoffs, so it's not like it's going to change anything now.
I'm a doubter in this Bengals team. I just don't think they're good enough to win.
Yeah, I don't know about that. On a more serious note, though, it's telling me that the Zoom, I need to upgrade it, or our meeting is going to end, and I'm trying to upgrade it before it like cuts us off here. So it does like, hopefully that does not happen.
It's a race against time.
Yeah, like I have 7 minutes to upgrade it, and I'm trying.
Let's go, Grant.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So if I'm not,
Sounds good.
what's it called?
Engage.
Engage. Yeah, that's exactly the word I was looking for. In the conversation, just know I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to save our podcast here. But continue. I think I'm gonna make it happen.
If you see the podcast is 2 hours long, just know that we saved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, it's
You'll be able to tell.
If not, it probably will never come out. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Continue though, please.
Mims, is there anyone, and Grant, you can chime in, is there anyone on the Rams that you would be happy that they won a ring, and the Bengals other than
Odell
Joe
Beckham.
Burrow and Jamar Chase? Or anyone who isn't an LSU alum? Is there anyone
No.
you'd be happy for? Just LSU alums. I respect it. Not even Aaron Donald.
No, I could
He's a
care
good guy.
less.
He's a good guy.
He didn't do anything for me. He's just like the best defensive football player I think I've ever seen. But he did not do anything for me.
I want to see that guy win a ring. You know what I mean? He's the best player. Although he didn't do shit for me either. It'd be kind of satisfying.
Yeah, I was about to say, Mims, speaking on Aaron Donald, like, you're asking me if Joe Burrow is cool. I think Aaron Donald might be cooler than Joe Burrow.
You're wild. You're weird.
Aaron Donald's a superhero.
So is Joe Burrow.
Literally.
Joe Burrow
just plays
breaker
quarterback.
and breaks curses. Cincinnati had a winning curse and LSU had a quarterback curse. Greatest quarterback season of all time in college, and then now in the Super Bowl in their first playoff appearance in like 5 years. Hadn't won a playoff game in 30. Like, what do you want? What do you want from him? And he wears Cartier glasses and he won't even peek at you, bro.
This is true.
He said it on Instagram. How can it
I
not be
saw.
true?
You mean the fake Cartiers?
He said he makes too much money for that shit.
He said they're real.
He's so cool. Like, what do you want?
I don't want anything.
You want Joe Burrow instead of Mac Jones, that's for sure. But anyways, I could go on about Joe Burrow for years. But the reason I think the Bengals are going to win, other than them being cool, is that Zach Taylor is part of the coaching tree, or like kind of like the coaching tree of Sean McVay. So I feel like that could be an interesting storyline going into this game, just some familiarity between the two coaches. So maybe Zach Taylor knows some things about Sean McVay that Sean McVay, might not plan for.
I got good news, fellas.
You updated it?
You saved it.
Wait, we're on. We're on.
Let's fucking go.
We're on for as long as we want.
Let's go.
Let's
They
go.
tried the haters. They tried to bring us down.
They taxed us. They
tried.
Non-profitable podcast. We're putting our monies into. It don't matter. Anyways, sorry to interrupt you, Mims.
But yeah, no, there's that interesting storyline between the two coaches. And also we got some interesting individual matchups between Aaron Donald and Von Miller against that Bengals offensive line. Jamar Chase versus Jalen Ramsey. How many yards will Cooper Kupp get? Is Matthew Stafford finally going to win a ring? So
he worries me just a tad. Just a tad. He worries me. I can see him throwing
he tried losing that game last week really bad.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking like a good old Georgia boy out there.
It scares me just a little.
I mean, he has his defense to fall back on. That's his big thing about this team. I think he's consistent enough to get it done, especially against – I mean, you can't say the Bengals DBs are bad because they're in a Super Bowl. So we'll call him average. I think he'll be fine. He's definitely beaten or surpassed harder teams throughout the playoff run. But so have the Bengals, so we'll see. It'll be a good game, I think.
I hate to keep discrediting the Bengals, but the Titans and Chiefs just absolutely threw up on themselves in their games against Cincy. So I don't know.
Yeah, you can say that.
Is it luck? Is it luck? Or the Bengals they just keep fucking winning? It's just how they're gonna be.
I mean, they put themselves in the positions to where if it's one fuck up away, they're gonna win. So that's a credit to them, especially
we won't know.
At Arrowhead.
We won't know if it's luck until next season.
That's valid.
Because I mean, like at the end of the day, that Eagles Super Bowl, they won. That was luck. That Royals World Series, that was luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But teams are just one and done. It's just how it is. Just who gets hot at the right time. Giants over 06 Patriots. It's just one game at a time.
That's what
you never know what can happen.
That game specifically is like defense wins championships, bro. It's just I don't know what else to say. The Giants were our kryptonite for a very long time.
Eli Manning, Tom Brady's dad.
Mouth breather, Eli Manning.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game next Sunday. I'm sure we'll be back to talk about some more next week before the game. I'm sure we'll get one more in.
Excuse us, not next Sunday. 2 Sundays from now.
February. Yeah.
2 Sundays.
This Sunday is the Pro Bowl, and we have some rosters to look at here. I'm not gonna lie. I only wrote down skill positions on offense. I feel like that's really all we need to cover here. I mean, we good with that, or do I need to pull up?
That's fine. That's good.
What you think?
You got for us, man.
All right. Well, AFC side of things, quarterback wise, they have Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. Any discretions here?
Is there a quarterback better than Lamar in the AFC? Who's not on that list there?
Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
I was about to say his name's Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen. Yeah.
I'm
why?
not
Why
shed-
isn't it? Wait, why? Why isn't it Josh Allen?
I
Why?
I don't know
picks
how
these?
I'm not.
the
That's
fans vote?
I don't know how they pick these. And even if the fans did vote, Josh Allen would definitely be in, right?
Yeah,
Bills
I'd
Mafia
hope
would
so.
definitely get him a Pro Bowl, bro.
I'd hope they would. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's what they have. Yeah, I guess Josh Allen is the big eyebrow raiser there.
Guess they don't like him or something.
I can't
don't
wait to
know.
tell you guys about the NFC quarterbacks.
Oh,
One
God.
in particular.
God.
One in
I
particular.
say Lamar played 12 games and he had, not granted, 16 passing touchdowns and 13. He did a lot on the ground. He did a lot. He's really the heart and soul of that offense. But Josh Allen, just overall, I think we talked about it last week. He had like 30 passing touchdowns, like to 14 something interceptions.
Something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure I understand putting Lamar there over Josh Allen, but moving on. And I know it wasn't Josh Allen saying he didn't want to go, because I have two quarterbacks on this list who are replacements, but we'll get to them in a second. Running back AFC, we have Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, and Najee. I think they hit that on the head.
I think that's valid.
Yeah. Obviously, Derrick Henry would be in if he didn't get hurt. But yeah,
Yep.
no, I think that's very valid.
So who out of those four would you knock out if
any
Derrick
of them
Henry
had
didn't
to
get hurt?
go, it
Yeah.
would be Najee.
It'd be
Sorry,
Najee.
Jack.
No, it's fine. It would be Najee. Chubb and Mixon are just like Mixon had a great season.
The NFC North is just, or AFC North, excuse me, is just like the league of running backs.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, wait till the NFC running backs. First of all, they don't have 4 running backs. Second of all, there's one I'm just like, really? But we'll get to that in a second. Wide receiver, AFC, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, and Steelers love Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson, really? That's kind of wild to me.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that either.
He replaced Jamar Chase. Oh, but still, you said Jamar Chase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's someone better than Deontay, honestly. But
I mean,
like the pick,
in
'cause
fairness,
he's a
Deontay
Steeler.
Johnson is 5th in receiving yards in the NFL, which I did not know.
He's pretty fucking good, honestly. Even though he had a bunch of drops in the playoffs, he's a dog.
I think Hunter Renfrow could have got some love, possibly. As much as I don't want to say
That
it.
would have been great. Yeah, he had a historic
Jack's all
season.
about that.
I love me some Hunter Renfrow. He had a
I hate that
historic
people just
season.
think he's a meme. Like the man,
Like, he's
nice.
good as shit.
Man's just
He's
nice.
good as shit. They were double teaming him in the playoffs.
Oh, he was the best receiver on the Raiders by a mile.
Insert picture of Hunter Renfrow holding grapes.
Holding grapes in his Clemson dorm room. What a goat.
All right, let's move to the NFC side of things. This is where shit gets interesting.
Who'd they have for tight end in the AFC? I'm sorry. Do you know?
I
would have to assume.
I can pull it up real quick.
It's Andrews and Kelsey.
Yeah, that's valid.
Another AFC person that possibly could have got in was Keenan Allen, who I feel like he's just been underrated. His
Oh
entire
no, I said
career.
Keenan Allen.
No, yeah, Keenan.
Oh, you
yeah,
did?
He made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he
I
made it.
didn't. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said Keenan Allen. But yeah, NFC. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about this.
Oh,
right.
God.
So initially we have Brady, Rodgers, and Kyler were the ones to get in, and Brady and Rodgers obviously are not going. So to
Okay.
replace Brady, they have Russell Wilson, which I can't really argue too much with because I feel like he did cook for what he had, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he did have some really good games.
He's on the
from my
decline.
memory.
But he's not washed. Anyone?
But-
I've heard the narrative that he's washed. That is just not true.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm
Up
just surprised
next,
they didn't call in Dak over like Russell Wilson, who at least
Yeah.
played the whole year. Like, no offense to
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, but that's just kind
So,
of crazy to me.
Wilson is replacing Brady, and to
Mhm.
replace Aaron Rodgers, we have none other than Kirk Cousins.
How did I know you were about
I
to say
love
Kirk
it.
Cousins? I literally knew you were about to say Kirk. That is how are either of those quarterbacks
is
over Dak
awesome.
Prescott to me?
This is awesome. I don't get it, but I like it. Good
I
job,
guess I get
NFL.
Wilson. I mean, I would still give the nod to Dak, especially like his first year.
Just he
season
played the whole
back.
season.
Yeah, man. Like you just give it to him, bro.
Yeah, like come on, dude. Like be real.
There's
37
actually
37
Dak's
no,
going
touchdowns
through
to
it.
10 interceptions is a pretty fucking good season if
there
you
are
ask me.
no skill players from the Cowboys on the Pro Bowl.
That's
Good.
crazy.
I feel like the
Good.
NFL would try to get
Try
them
to-
in there.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like they'd
yeah.
have a huge fan base. That's kind of
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Kirk Cousins. Give him his flowers
That's
while
a
you still
win.
can, man.
That's a giant win
Fat
let's go.
dub.
in the
Kirk
Pro
Cousins.
Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Pro Bowl quarterback Kirk Cousins. Hold on. I just want to compare his stats real quick to Dak Prescott's. So Dak Prescott had 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions with like 4,500 yards passing.
I wouldn't
Kirk
be
Cousins
surprised
had-
if Kirk had more
Kirk Cousins had a
passing.
way better year than I thought.
He just be slinging
4,200
that.
yards, but 33 touchdowns to 7 interceptions is pretty damn solid.
See, the position of
pretty good.
quarterback is one of those positions where you can just like read the stats and be like, oh, he had an okay season, but you just got to watch the games.
Yeah, Dak
You
Prescott.
just
Yeah,
gotta
but
watch
I
the
would have
game.
thought just like with the games, because I've watched both the games, but I just thought like numbers wise, Dak Prescott would have been way more like, I don't know. I thought Dak
Yeah,
would-
I was really shocked to see that. I definitely wanted to hear you guys what you guys thought about that. But
The MVP is
I'm
going
trying to think,
through
what are
it.
other NFC quarterbacks that could have gone over Kirk? 'Cause Dak was just the first one that came to mind, but I feel like we're blanking on a few.
I don't think we are. There's not a lot of young quarterbacks in the NFC. Nor just like I don't know.
Jalen
Trying to
Hurts,
think.
I don't know what his number.
Jimmy G, honestly, over Kirk Cousins,
They're like the same player.
like maybe
Jalen
I
Hurts
would have
is-
to take. I was about to say I'd have to take a look at Jalen Hurts numbers.
Not as great as I thought.
He's not that good, in my opinion.
He wins games though,
Matt Ryan, maybe.
or enough games.
I wouldn't be mad at Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is good. He just had no fucking O line or
Right, he had
receivers. this
nobody.
year. He literally just
Kyle
had Pitts. That's it.
Yeah.
I say
Uh,
Ridley didn't show up. Russell Gage is on the team, but he's like not fantastic. He's a solid receiver. I say Matt
Calvin
Ryan
Ridley-
had 20 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
Calvin
3,900
Ridley just-
yards.
Peaced out. He said, "I ain't dealing with this shit no more."
Yeah.
Maybe we're just sliding Kirk Cousins, dude. Maybe he's just better than we think.
Kirk's
I mean,
good.
he's
Do
he's
not
a,
sleep
he's
on
a
Kirk.
serviceable quarterback for sure. Like I don't know. He's overpaid, but
I mean, he's all quarterbacks except for a few who are overpaid in reality.
right. But moving on to running back, we got Dalvin Cook. This is really weak running back.
Thought he didn't even like play.
Yeah. Wait till you hear the next one. James Conner.
He had,
Oh,
How many
God.
times do they run the
touchdowns.
ball game?
He had so many touchdowns, though, I think.
They just fed him every time they were in the red zone.
And then we have another guy who was hurt for a little bit, AK.
Alvin Kamara, he deserved
Damn.
it. Yeah, James Conner had 202 attempts for 752 yards, but 15 touchdowns. So
I just think it's funny
I
that
get
like
it.
like the running back production was so like lopsided AFC to NFC that they had to throw an extra name in to the running from the AFC side.
I mean, absolutely. Like, what else were they supposed to do in comparison to like the names you listed, and then they're just like this shit.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Not trying to show the NFC side, but like, I mean, James Conner had 1,000 total yards. He had actually 18 total touchdowns if you include his receiving touchdowns, but still, I don't.
spread offense.
Yeah, dude. I feel like after DeAndre Hopkins got hurt, he was like they force fed him in the
Their
red zone.
guy, right? And then wide receiver, we have the best wide receiver of all time, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Debo, and Mike Evans.
That's strong.
Yeah, that's real strong. Like that a lot. Definitely stronger than AFC for sure.
I mean, just because of the back end, but it's a very solid NFC side of things.
For sure.
Trying to see if there's anybody else that's getting left off here. DJ Moore, I mean, he didn't really score, but he had a pretty good year.
The Panthers don't deserve a skill position player in the Pro Bowl. They're a disgraceful team.
That is also valid.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about some move from one All-Star game to another?
We're talking a little
down.
round ball finally on the pod.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been promising some round ball talk.
The old orange. The old bouncing orange.
But as I alluded to earlier, they haven't drafted the teams. The captains are Katie and LeBron. But we do have the pool of players, and here they are. On the east side of things, we have Mr. Kevin Durant, obviously. These are the starters, by the way, that I'm about to read off. Kevin Durant, Giannis, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, and Trae Young.
I heard Katie wasn't playing. Is that right? I think he's out like through February. I'm
He's
pretty
the
sure.
captain, though, so I feel like he could definitely draft a team.
Yeah, he's the
Oh, he'll
captain,
still
and I
draft.
do
Okay.
have one extra name here. I think Jimmy
Okay.
Butler is replacing him in the starting lineup.
Okay.
But yeah, so reserves, we have Jarrett Allen, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Fred VanVleet, Zach LaVine, James Harden, and Drew Holiday.
And for anyone wondering, the reserves are not the bench players. These are like the people who step in if someone gets like hurt or, whatever. COVID times, as we all know.
No, like
Fred-
they are bench players.
Yeah,
Those are
they're
the
bench
bench players?
players.
Really?
Yeah, there's a draft pool, bro.
Yeah. You
That's the draft pool?
You
So
can't
this-
believe it.
The
There's not a
first
center?
the first
Said
five.
Jared Allen?
Listen. The first 5 names I named are the Eastern starters that you can choose from. So they're gonna have the starters to pick from first. I'm gonna read the West next, but the second list of names I read are gonna be the names that are gonna be available after they pick their starters.
Okay.
Okay, so the Western starters are LeBron, Steph, Jokic, Ja Morant, and Andrew Wiggins.
How did
So-
Andrew Wiggins happen?
Yeah, tell me which
The
one.
fans?
You guys tell me which one doesn't belong. I'll tell you what happened. So Andrew Wiggins is friend with some Korean pop band who has like 15 million Twitter followers, like no shit, and like tweeted out that they should vote for Andrew Wiggins. So he was like 3rd in the fan vote, like 5th in the player rank or player vote, which was crazy to me, and then like 6th in the media or something like
That
that.
is great. That is
So-
great.
He averaged out to like the number 1-2 guard, which is just madness to me.
I think he's only averaging like 18 points, which is solid, but
Over
This is-
Book, Mitchell, Luca.
Yeah.
Like
what the hell?
that's just crazy.
I'm surprised the NBA didn't put their foot down. And said,
Yeah, I've
like,
just been like, okay,
like,
I get like how the
overruled it.
metrics are supposed to work on this, but like just no.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's
so
ridiculous.
West reserves, we have Rudy, Draymond, Carl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, and Luca. So when they draft the starters, the pool is going to be Giannis, DeMar, Joel, Trae, Curry, Jokic, Ja, Wiggins. And then the reserves are everybody else we listed. So the question I posed to the two of you, Bron's going to get the first pick because he's LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
If you're LeBron James, who is your first pick?
Jack, I'll allow you to take the floor first on this one.
Giannis,
Yeah.
Giannis, he's the best player in the field.
All
For
right,
sure.
Mims, tell me why your pick is Joel Embiid.
No. See, if you're LeBron uses All-Star Weekend not as like a my team is going to be great. He uses this as a recruiting opportunity.
Oh yeah.
So, in reality, what I would say is that whoever might be coming up on a contract year soon, say a Steph Curry type, you know what I mean? I think Steph Curry might be the first overall pick if LeBron gets the first
You
pick.
big brained us
Mm.
here, huh? You
Mm.
thought ahead on
Mm.
this one. I like it.
that's just the LeBron James move I see. I mean, I just, I grew up with LeBron James. I just think that's the move because I think they're trying to get rid of Russell Westbrook if they can clear that cap space.
I think
Maybe
something
Steph Curry look elsewhere.
exciting and important to note here is this is the first year that they've done the draft that he doesn't have to take Anthony Davis. Because I mean, it was always a foregone conclusion. He's gonna take. Yeah, he's gonna take.
He has to take his guy, otherwise it's weird. Like,
and I'm looking harder at it. I don't think he's ever played with any of these guys ever. And I think I'm correct to say that. Trey, Joel, DeMar, Giannis, Andrew Wiggins, Ja.
He hasn't.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no,
he was on.
Actually, really curious to see who he'll take here. Yeah.
Him and Wiggins were teammates for like.
Nah, for like 2
no,
days.
They weren't. He got his ass traded.
Together. They traded him for Kevin Love how fast as he could. He was like,
"That's
get
what
the
I
fuck
meant."
out.
Yeah, he used him as trade bait.
Yeah, right, right.
He's like, "Oh, you're the number one overall pick." Okay,
that'd be hilarious. I hope first of all, Steph and Andrew Wiggins aren't on the same team. And
that would be mad lame. It's a fantasy.
I can already see what's about to happen here. Katie's gonna take Steph and Andrew Wiggins.
Definitely,
you think that's the move.
Definitely, that's exactly what happens. Katie,
it's gonna be lame. I wish they were both on different. Katie might be at the troll level nowadays, to where he would put them on different teams. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be. I can't wait to see what goes down.
Shout out John Morant.
Facts. Putting on for the city.
803 legend.
Represent.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies are fucking good too. Who would have thought?
Oh hell yeah! What are they, like the 2 seed or something?
No, they're actually good. Like they beat good teams. Like
they're
night
like the
in and night
Suns of
out.
last year. Like they're kind of just catching everybody by surprise. And the Suns stuck around for everyone. Like the Suns are legit. If we're being honest,
The Suns are still good.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm saying. The Suns are the 1 seed right now. If I'm
and I believe I'm on record in this podcast saying, I might not be, but I know I did say to somebody, I didn't think the Suns would hold up. I thought they were last year's news for sure, but I was wrong. They've been playing good ball.
I think Book took that next step, and Chris Paul kind of gives them that perimeter defender, because Booker, while he's better on defense, he was never – that was kind of his weakness coming in, is that he could get kind of exploited. But he's improved – like how Curry was exploitable, he's improved into somewhat an average defender to where you can't just go at him, and Chris Paul also being – a somewhat, I mean, I would say an elite defender on the perimeter.
He's a lockdown.
Yeah. So I think adding that plus McCall Bridges, that really helps.
He's so nice. That team. DeAndre Ayton's a year older too.
I don't understand why they don't pay him.
Because he wants more money than I think he's. I mean, truthfully, I think he's worth, but I just think Center's such a premium. Not a max, no. Would you give Clint Capella a max?
Well, he's too old. That's way different. I think DeAndre Ayton.
But Clint Capella.
I think DeAndre Ayton will develop into a better Clint Capella. So why would you not pay him right now?
Because I don't know if he will. He doesn't have the defensive capabilities I think Capella does. He's a better offensive player.
He has all the physical.
He doesn't have the motor. He doesn't have the motor. Capella does more on defense. Like I get he has the physical capabilities, but so does Karl Anthony Towns, and he's also bad at defense.
It's an interesting take.
Yeah, that's
that I kind of agree with. Capella's just like he's a go-getter. Ayton seems like they're like sometimes he'll fuck up and they're looking at him like, what the hell's wrong with you? He's in too many of those situations.
You have to remember he's still really young.
No, it's not to say I think Ayton's a bad player, but I think Ayton is almost in that Miles Turner range of he's a good player, but I think he's asking for just way more than he's worth, and I don't know if someone's going to give it to him.
I think a shitty team would pay him.
I think a team,
but the Suns gotta pay Bridges at some point. They gotta take care of Booker. I know Chris Paul's getting old.
Really benefit from DeAndre Ayton, and obviously this is me being a slight homer because I've been in so many games. The Charlotte Hornets would pay the hell out of DeAndre Ayton.
Oh man, he'd be great there.
Exactly what they need. That's I've been trying to send Miles Turner to the Hornets for about 18 months now.
Yeah. So Miles Turner has been in trade rumors for 5 years.
Exactly. Since he's been in the NBA, I feel.
And I actually think he was going to get moved, and then he got hurt.
I think it was between the Celtics or the Hornets. I think. Actually.
He's supposed to go to.
Yeah, we need
Both
him
those
too.
teams, like,
we need
10
him really
times.
bad.
Suppose those teams have needed centers forever. They've been running out Al Horford and like Mason Plumlee for the last like 4 years, or Enos Freedom.
Enos Freed.
Or Daniel
guy.
Tice.
Oh, he's a
God.
legend.
What a list of names.
Don't sleep on him. Yeah.
Bismack Biyombo.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Hornets
glad I
legend.
didn't have to deal with him. Hey, he's 12. Hey, the Suns are 12-0 when he plays. Just saying.
That is valid. That is very
Mhm.
valid.
Just saying. Something of note to note.
All right, so if you're Kevin Durant, who do you take with the second overall pick? Grant, who would you say LeBron takes with the first pick? I said Steph. Grant says Jack says Giannis. What say you?
I think he gives. I don't. See, the other thing about this list of people, he's not really friends with any of these guys either.
Mhm.
Like how
That's
he
why I
has his
like it.
homies in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like I don't really think he's cool. I think he might pick Ja, as crazy as that sounds. Like I
Yeah.
think Ja has been the most exciting player to watch this season, other than like Giannis. Like I think that's very valid as far as like just flashiness. 2, it's his first All-Star game, and he's a really young guy. And I mean, who's to say that LeBron might not get out of LA and go try to win a ring in Memphis, you know? Like, who knows?
He's just like, fuck this. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Just to get that number 5, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take Ja. I think that would be really fun to watch too.
I
Not
could
to
see
say
him.
they, yeah.
Do you guys get the vibe that LeBron like kind of doesn't like Giannis? Not
think-
dislikes, but like they're not like you said, like they're not. He's not one of Bron's homies. You know what I mean?
I'll put it this
like
way.
he'll give him
I
a
think-
tweet.
I feel like
But-
Giannis keeps his circle really tight.
I
think-
like that. That's why I like him.
Yeah.
I genuinely think LeBron sees Giannis as a threat to his legacy. Almost as
Definitely.
if Jordan
he
saw
is.
LeBron. Because
No,
if you
he
look at it,
is.
Giannis
look
is
at
what,
his
26
accolades
right now.
Yeah,
he has
that's
2
what I'm saying.
MVPs, a defensive player of the year, a most
he only have
improved
one
player
of
the year,
those?
and a ring.
You only
I
have
think
one?
he 1 or 2, but like he's a 2-time MVP. I know that much. Most improved player of the year, maybe 2-time most improved player of the year. Actually,
What, a 4-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star?
way more than that. I feel
I'll
like he's a
pull it up.
5-time All Star.
It's the Finals
No, but
MVP.
his resume at his age is actually like insane.
No, it's
Six-
comparable to Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan hadn't done this at 26. That's what we're trying to say. Like
yeah.
and he's doing it
6-time
for
All
Milwaukee.
Star, 3-time first All NBA, 2 All Second
3-time.
Team, 1 DPOY, 3 All Defensive First Team, 1-time Most Improved Player, and I think I already said
Those
2-time
numbers are just
MVP.
going to keep growing. And like,
Yeah, and
He-
how old is he,
he
Jack? If you have that up there
seems-
for us.
He's 27.
he seems like one of
exactly.
the most durable players in the NBA. Like, I don't recall a time where he's been out for like a extended period of time.
To give you
Oh,
an
yeah,
idea,
yeah.
LeBron was 27 like when he left for Miami, if I believe. Or
Yeah.
around he's like 26.
He was
So,
around
like
there. Yeah.
he's doing this like right around the time before LeBron even won a ring. He's got almost as many MVPs.
And he
LeBron's
he
never won defensive player of the
re-signed.
year.
Giannis re-signed with his drafted team, and he made it work. He figured shit out. He didn't build no damn super team.
Well, in fairness to LeBron had an incompetent front office, but
I'm aware, but you just got to give Giannis some respect for like everyone was saying the Bucks are never gonna win. Like
yeah,
there
it's
were
not like
everyone was doubting.
Milwaukee's a big
Everyone was
market.
doubting.
That it's not like
Mhm.
NBA guys want to go live in fucking Wisconsin, you know?
yeah, like oh boy, can't wait to go fucking live in.
All
the
the
home
famous
what-
people courtside at the Bucks games are just Packers O line. There's no one. You don't
It's
got
because
no
their daughter is
celebrities
hot.
pulling up.
Shout out Mallory. Eads.
This is true.
I would love to marry
Grant,
the Bucks family.
Grant, back to what you said about Giannis being durable. I have a little story. Game 5, Eastern Conference Finals in Atlanta Hawks versus the Bucks. I was there. I watched Giannis die. His knee just like it looked terrible. He was down for like. You guys remember this? I don't know if you guys.
Oh
do.
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
It was around the time Trey
vaguely
turned his ankle,
remember.
right?
It looked like Yeah, Trae Young wasn't playing that game either, and it looked like the Hawks were gonna win the series.
I do
Bro,
remember
Giannis,
this.
they win the series somehow without Giannis, and everyone's just assuming Giannis is out for the
Comes
year.
back.
Comes back in the finals, wins Finals MVP. He's not. If I were like,
Drops
he
a 50 bomb. Don't forget that. 'cause he
Dropped
wanted
a 50
chicken
bomb.
minis.
Yeah, I don't see unless he just like tears an Achilles.
I mean, he's in a Hall of Fame right now.
Definitely.
He hung it up. Like
Hall of
Definitely.
Fame is easy to get into. No offense to Basketball
Definitely.
Hall of Fame, but like
even by different Hall of Fame standards, though, like
Yes.
you get what I'm saying. Like he's that dude for
there's
sure.
an extremely short list of the people with the
I'm honestly
accomplishments he
surprised
has in a
he's not
career,
the
and
East
he's-
cap or the yeah. I'm surprised he's not the East captain. Honestly,
Kevin, people want to give Kevin Durant his flowers, which he deserves, but they should have given it to him a while ago. But Giannis has been the captain a few times, so I respect it. So if you're Kevin Durant with the players we've selected, Jack, who would you say Kevin Durant takes with his first pick? We won't go by this pick by pick, but I'm just curious to see.
Well, I said LeBron. I don't think LeBron will take Giannis. Obviously, if LeBron doesn't take Giannis, KD will take him. So let's say if LeBron takes Giannis, I think KD, he picks Steph because they're buddies, and I don't know.
are
I
they
think he picks
buddies?
Steph. Kinda, yeah. I thought they still were.
I was genuinely
beef with
asking.
Draymond.
I really didn't know.
I don't think there's beef there. I'm pretty sure there's no
anymore.
beef there. Yeah.
I know there was beef with Draymond between him and KD because I remember they talked about it in an interview. I think it was over the
Mhm.
summer.
Mm-hmm.
They said they hashed it out finally and like
Yeah,
cleared things up, but
KD
there was
fucking
big beef.
blocked Draymond's number, bro.
Hell yeah, there was like he said, "You're not one of us. Like we didn't need you for no ring or something like that. Like whatever." And like Kevin Durant was like, "Really, motherfucker?" Like
Talking shit to Kevin Durant is just never a good idea.
His life is hoops.
hell
He
yeah.
tweets.
He doesn't care
tweets.
about he's like the future of basketball.
Obviously, don't care about his bitches. You seen his fucking hairline? That ball spot? His motherfucking ashy ass legs.
He's turning into a basketball.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Mims, hypothetically, Braun takes Ja. I think KD probably takes. Yeah, I think he probably takes Curry. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't know who KD's friends with either, honestly, though, to be fair. I feel like KD and Joel would be really good friends.
That's a very interesting thing you say, considering that's who I probably would have him taking with my pick. Because I think Joel Embiid is probably at this point the MVP of the league right now.
Okay,
Numbers
let's predict
So,
who's. Or what were you saying?
No, I was just saying the numbers would say that Joel's probably MVP right now.
29,
Definitely.
11, 4 assists, shooting about 50%, 36% from three, 80% from the line. He's got a 31
Most of the time he's not even playing all the 4 quarters, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he
Bro
dropped. I
plays
think
like
it was like a
28
50
minutes a
bomb like
game.
last week.
Yeah, and they
Like he was
played like 2
balling.
seconds of the 4th quarters to get to 50.
Now, granted, Mo Bamba was giving him some hell too, but like you said, we
Right.
watched part of that game too, and he literally had like 48 and like 5
Mo
minutes left in the
Bamba's
third.
turning out looking to be like he's going to be a problem.
Get these
right.
motherfuckers out of Orlando, man.
Who's
Oh,
the last
God.
pick in starting lineup? Who's the last pick for
It's got to be
starters?
Wiggins. Like you think, right? It has to
Yeah.
be Wiggins.
I'm saying Wiggins or Jokic because Braun. I feel like no one likes Jokic.
I don't
Or
know,
just
man.
no one dislikes him, but no one's like homies with him.
I could see that. I could see it being either Wiggins or I could maybe see DeMar slipping, even though he shouldn't, because DeMar's been hooping.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
I
take
could
DeMar
definitely
over
see
Trey
DeMar.
Young in this personally, but they're both.
Definitely.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, DeMar's hooping this year.
The last question I had for you guys about this replace Andrew Wiggins with somebody on the West. I'll read the names out one more time.
Okay.
Devin Booker. That's all I have to say. Devin Booker or even Donovan Mitchell. Even you don't even have to read anything.
It's probably that's Booker or Mitchell.
You know my feelings towards Donovan Mitchell too. I think I've said it before on this pod. I do not like Donovan Mitchell at fucking all. But there is no way you can tell me that Andrew Wiggins
Fucking
is the
Andrew
best
Wiggins.
wing or two guard or on the Western Conference. There's no way around it. I mean,
He's
hell,
not.
I would have Anthony Edwards in if you had him at wing over Andrew Wiggins.
There's no way anybody. Dude, why isn't Anthony Edwards an all-star?
He's
What
not.
are his numbers looking like?
He's averaging like 23, I'm
22
pretty
a
sure.
game.
What?
3 assists.
I guess
5
that's just not
boards,
good enough.
80% from the free throw line, 44% from the field.
I don't get these Pro Bowl and
I need to
All-Star
see-
selections. They need to do better. This
They
is
just need to let us
atrocious.
pick it. Damn it.
Honestly.
I'm
Yeah,
checking
Anthony
Lucas
Edwards.
stats right now. Dude, Lucas only
I'd
averaging
start
25.
Luka over Wiggins as
Luka's
well.
been in and out of the lineup though. He's been hurt a little bit this season.
He's having a little bit of a down year.
Yeah, we were talking about Ayton earlier. Let me pull up his stats right now.
He's
Granted,
22.
30 minutes a game. But DeAndre Ayton is averaging 16 points, 1 assist. He's shooting 63% from the field, but 25% from three, which the whole thing about him is that he's supposed to be this unicorn guy that can shoot from the three. But he is in the double digits in rebounds. But I just feel like for the money he's asking for, which is the Supermax, which I think that would be like, 5 years, 150?
But who are we talking about?
DeAndre Ayton, just because his stats are right under next to Edwards when I pulled it up. Just $30 million a year for 16 and 10. Now, granted, I think he could grow into like a 20 and 10 player, but are we?
He could be a 20 and 10 player. He's not getting
Definitely.
the shots. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If he
Put
was
him
on
on
a shit
any
team,
other team. Yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
Like other than the Suns, the Warriors.
That's what I'm saying. If you're the Suns, do you pay him? I'm not saying he couldn't.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
if you're
that's
the
a
Suns,
totally valid argument. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you now. Okay.
that's like I'm not saying he's not worth the money he's asking for. But if you're the Suns
Mhm.
and you have like,
Honestly, if you're the Suns, you'd rather pay Clint Capella because that's just like
Nah.
suits their needs more.
that's what I'm not saying. Clint Capella is
Yeah.
available for them. I don't know if he is.
But no, it's just a
But-
hypothetical. Just
Yeah,
'cause he
but
came up early. Yeah.
yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying, but that's just kind of how I feel about Ayton is that he is worth the money, but maybe not worth the money to the Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I can agree with that for sure.
He's replaceable in
You just don't
The
need to
Suns
spend
roster.
the money there. Not
Mhm.
on him. Yeah. Okay.
they
I'm
can still
with
win.
that. I'm with that. Wanted to talk about some notable NFL hires we had.
Mm.
Some funny, some good. We'll start out with the Panthers.
Have they hired yet?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, the OC, right? I forgot Matt Rule wasn't fired somehow.
yeah. Matt Rule's still around, and who else? Who did he bring on to help him save the Panthers? Ben McAdoo.
What a fucking hire.
Good Lord, electric. The Panthers are literally becoming an NFC East team, like before our very eyes.
The entire NFC South is now the NFC East 2.0.
No,
Brady gone.
no. Y'all, we're like 2 years removed from an NFC South Super Bowl.
I mean, the
Oh,
Tom Brady's
man.
gone now.
Dude, it is a wasteland now. Holy shit. I never even thought
I think
about
Jimmy
that.
Garoppolo is gonna end up somewhere down there, bro.
Even if he goes to Tampa, like, is
Saints.
he really gonna end up?
Y'all have questionable. I mean, you guys wouldn't bring Jimmy G in. That's not.
We don't have the money.
You have a Jameis. Yeah, you don't
Honestly,
have no money.
we would bring back Jameis before we did that, but there's talks I saw. I mean, not to talk about anything too much, but we were apparently I brought in Malik Willis, who I kind of like at 18.
That's interesting because I heard the Steelers were eyeing Malik Willis as well.
I heard Willis and Pickett are probably going to be two of the first guys off the board. I feel like Corral could have been, but
I feel like Corral's getting slept on. I don't like him too much, but he slowly became underrated the past couple months.
let me put it this way. I feel like if he somehow slips into the second round, you have to pull the trigger.
Matt Corral
Straight
to
up
me
for him.
is a quarterback that has to go to a good situation for him to have a chance. Like you can't put him on like the Jaguars, and like that just would not work.
Oh, God.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
But he needs to go somewhere where he can develop and like actually get proper coaching. But moving on from the Panthers, Ben McAdoo hire. God, like way to go.
They're making moves. You got to respect them.
The
They're
Colts
making moves.
the Bears had a respectable hire in Matt Eberflus, who
Isn't he the guy from the Colts?
he is the Colts defensive coordinator. Yes, I think that's a pretty strong hire.
It's a straight Bears hiring right there.
I mean, yeah, defensive coordinator hire for
Defensive
sure.
minded.
Yeah,
The Bears' identity has always been defense, though, and Matt Nagy, granted, has been terrible at offense. Have they made an offensive coordinator hire? Has that been made yet?
I don't believe so. Actually, I know that they needed a GM as well. I believe.
Yeah, I know they got rid of what's his face, Ryan Pace, I think is his name. Yeah, Ryan Eberflus started off at Toledo, first 9 years of his career. This is alma mater. Then went to Missouri with Gary Pinkel. Then the Cleveland Browns in 2009, then the Cowboys. And then he ended up with the Colts.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Funnily enough, do you know who hired Matt Eberflus to his staff on the Indianapolis Colts?
Who?
Josh McDaniels.
Interesting.
And Josh McDaniels is now the new head coach of the Las
The
Vegas
Raiders?
Raiders.
Let's go. Not a big fan of that hiring.
It took.
Just-
I mean, why are people so infatuated with just taking our staff? Like, what is up with that? Like,
It's the
there's
same
like-
thing with Saban assistants. Just like people think if you learn from the Grand Poobah, you will eventually be the Grand Poobah. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think Josh McDaniel is a guy who can succeed as the head coach. I don't know. He did not have a good season play calling either. I'm just gonna put that out there. I think he's extra. There are definitely better names out there.
Definitely.
Brian Flores, one.
We'll touch on that whole situation later on.
Eric Bieniemy, yeah, we will. Just saying. But yeah, and then we have Nathaniel Hackett.
I like that hire personally.
I like that hire a lot,
Yeah,
especially if
Packers-
Rodgers.
Yeah,
gonna
Packers offensive coordinator, Broncos. I mean, that's why they hired him, boys. They
sure.
want AR. They want him
Mm.
bad.
Mm.
They want him bad. I'm interested to see where he goes.
I mean, for sure. I think who was the favorite? Was it the Steelers or was it the Broncos?
Steelers.
It
ain't
was the
happening.
Steelers.
It ain't happening. I hate to break it to you guys, but
I mean, listen, yeah, I don't want him to go to the Steelers.
I would
could-
love it.
I would
It
love
would be
it if he
it would be
stayed in the
great.
NFC. That'd be fantastic.
No, he can leave.
He's winning a Super Bowl next year. Breaking
That's-
news.
If he
Not
goes,
true.
I think it's Denver or Green Bay. I don't think it's anywhere else. I don't think he retires either. I think he's going on McAfee like tomorrow. I could be wrong, but
He's not gonna say shit.
he'll say if he's retired or not. That's what I heard. He's going to announce. And no
He's
way he
gonna retire.
retires.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna
Yeah.
retire. Him and Tom in the same year, that'd be devastating.
I
I'd be
saw a
wild.
Now's his
report.
chance.
I saw a report that him and LaFleur, quote unquote, worked it out after the Niners game, but you never know with the GOAT. He could just turn his back on the organization
Yeah.
when he
you never
wakes up the
know.
next morning.
And then there were reports about the Vikings were gonna hire Jim Harbaugh, but he shut that shit down. He's signed himself up
They didn't offer him a job.
because he came out and said like they were set to hire him. They said that they're expected to hire Jim Harbaugh. The interview was a formality. And
Well, see, I feel like
Mm.
a lot of that when agents release certain things is a lot of agent or like client leveraging for like extensions.
okay, well, nonetheless, they made the hire. It's Kevin O'Connell. He
Mhm.
is literally just getting promoted. He was the Vikings offensive coordinator, and
I thought he's the
that's
Rams offensive coordinator.
I do not believe so.
If I read correctly, I think he was the Ram. You said Kevin O'Connell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, let me.
He's the
It
He's the
doesn't-
Rams guy.
Yeah,
He's
he is the
guy.
Rams. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
the Rams. Offense.
Okay.
Yeah, after the
Mhm.
Super Bowl,
He's the
he said
Rams
he
guy.
could go to Vikings.
all right.
job. Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, and then the last one that has been announced is Brian Bull is going to the Giants, and he's the Bills offensive coordinator.
I really like that hire. Former play caller at Alabama, so clearly
Yeah.
he's coached under Nick Saban. I think he used to coach under Bill Belichick as well, so comes from a pretty solid pedigree. And the Giants need someone with an offensive mind because special team coach Joe Judge was.
That's a big loss for the Bills too. I love to see it.
Do you see who the Bills added at quarterbacks coach today, though?
I did. Yeah.
Old Joseph Brady. I think that's a really good spot for him as well, just because Josh Allen for him will be great.
I'll be out of there soon. I'll get another offensive coordinator job in 2 years.
Yeah, he was the scapegoat
Anyways.
for Rule.
There's only 4 jobs still open.
Yep.
That would be the
I think there's 6
Texans.
vacancies.
Oh
wait, no, you're right because the Vikings hired. You're right. Never mind. I'm sorry.
The Texans, Jacksonville, Miami, and New Orleans. And options are getting down to the nitty gritty here.
But Flores is still there.
Yeah,
If I'm
but
any
Flores
Flores
and
teams-
Bieniemy can
Yeah.
pull more
Or
out
not
of
Miami,
Dallas.
but
There's a couple good names out there.
I could speak on the Saints. I know who we've interviewed so far. We've interviewed Dennis Glenn. I believe he's the defensive coordinator for the Lions. I believe he used to work or
it's
coach what-
interesting.
the thing is Dan Campbell, who went to the Lions, is a former assistant of the Saints. So I believe Dennis
Okay.
Glenn is probably someone who used to be on our coaching staff. We've also interviewed it might not be Dennis Glenn. It might not be his name. I'm thinking Dennis Allen is also someone we interviewed, but he's our DC right now. It might not be Dennis Glenn. I'll have to look that up in a second. Also, Brian Flores interviewed with the Saints. He, before he filed his lawsuit, told, excuse me, I got the cough. Told Brian Flores told the Saints that he was going to sue the NFL before, and they still interviewed him. So I believe he could still be in the running, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the other one? Byron Leftwich was the other one we brought in for an interview. So that's someone I'm interested about.
That's another
really would
strong
like
name
Byron
in the pool
Leftwich.
too. Yeah.
I think the Jags should go for Leftwich.
I think that's the favorite. I think actually he's basically confirmed their coach. It's just barring who has roster control. He wants their current GM out and he has a name he wants to bring in. I don't know who it is off the top of my head, but
They should let him. They should do
they should let him do
It's a-
whatever
it's
the
a
fuck he
shit show.
wants. Yeah,
It's
they
a
need to
shit
let him
show.
just do. Yeah, I think that would be a good hire for them.
Did Houston interview Flores?
I'm not sure.
I feel like I could see that happen.
I don't know why all 4 of these teams wouldn't.
Also,
Honestly,
the names I've heard floated around are Doug Peterson for the Saints job.
Yeah.
gross.
I've heard him for Jacksonville
A
as
few
well.
different jobs.
Terrible.
Not a good. There's better options.
Absolutely. I feel like he's your absolute like panic hire.
He's
feel like
the
It's your Brian
he's the-
Kelly hire.
He's your Tom.
Brian
Coughlin.
Kelly is fantastic. We can touch on that later.
No, we can't. We don't need to do that.
He's not fantastic.
How great Brian Kelly is. God, what was that guy? I think his name was Glenn Beck. I don't know. It's not important anymore. Now I'm like upset I forgot it. But do we want to talk about what are the other teams that you said? Texans need one?
Yeah,
Texans, Jacksonville,
it's
Miami,
a
and New
wasteland.
Orleans. Yeah.
Miami.
Sweet.
Do you think anyone even wants to go to Miami right now with
Yeah,
those allegations
I don't.
about the
Oh,
owner?
hell.
I fucking would. I'd love to live in Miami.
Yes, but like with all this shit going on about their owner,
Oh,
that you take a
man.
job there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're-
dude, because you know why I take a job there? It can't you can't fuck it up. Like you're going
you get-
listen, like you're going into like the worst like possible scenario, right? You can only get better, and anything you do to improve that situation, you're gonna get praised for it. So it's just gonna look better on you.
dude, and you
Yes,
get
but do you
paid
think
to
any-
lose. You
do
can
you
lose
think
and
the
still get money
players-
there.
Do you think the players will somehow like just not like this guy because they did ride with Coach Flores?
Nah, they can't hold that against the new guy.
But you know what I mean? Like that's not their
No.
guy.
No, I don't think that at all.
It's business.
Yeah.
They'll be over it.
You'd hope.
New
but
guy's gonna win over the locker room. You know?
I feel like with so much drama just going on that's just
It's a shit show.
I
it's
think if
hard
I'm a
situation
coach,
to
my two
enter.
favorite jobs are Miami and Jacksonville.
I just don't see how the Saints couldn't be when you literally have the roster, but
The
all you need is a quarterback.
expectations. That's why. Sean
Are we
Payton
talk-
is just such big shoes to fill.
I'd
That-
much rather live in Florida.
The city
as
of
well.
New Orleans wants to win. Like they expect it now that they've like somewhat like know what a Super Bowl feels like.
I mean, we've won a Super Bowl and we've pretty much.
It's
I
just
mean,
been
no
a while. It's been a
Panthers
while.
fans, but as far in terms of just overall success, the
Been
last
like-
15 years, we've run the NFC South. I'd say we have the most NFC South division wins.
Well,
last 15
I'd
years.
say as far as recent history goes, that's not true. But as far
That's
as
very valid. We won it last year and we beat the Bucks, split with the Falcons, and split with the Panthers.
but this isn't a regular season game.
I'm just saying we have the most NFC South wins.
But y'all, who has the most recent Super Bowl is my question.
Is Tom Brady walking through those doors again? Didn't
Shit,
think so.
would not shock me. Gonna
He just
be
Brett
honest.
Favre's it.
Yeah, would it shock you?
He just tweets out in like 3 days. Giselle took my phone and hit it.
Yeah, like psych. I wonder if Gronk retired.
That's
will.
another thing to look
I
into.
think he will. I think he will.
I hope he does. Fuck that guy.
I can't believe that. So if you're the Texans, what pick do the Texans have? Was it they have the first pick? No, they have the second.
No.
The third
Jags
pick,
do.
that's right. They have the third pick, I believe.
Yeah, I think that sounds right to me.
Well, we need to know Deshaun's status.
I
Yeah.
think they're just gonna ride it out with
Well, he's
David
not
Doe.
playing in Houston.
Do we just
That's
assume-
not
yeah,
happening.
He'll never play it. Yeah.
So
That's
I-
true. That's true.
Davis Mills
Oh,
didn't look
man.
terrible this year.
No, not at all. I mean, for
Yeah.
like what he had to do, you know what I'm saying? Like he did not have like
They overperformed like heavily. Like they had the worst roster up to down in the NFL.
I
It's
had
not
them
even
last.
close. Not even
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
them
Or
or the Lions.
preseason.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not the Lions. It's definitely the Texans. It's awful. It's horrendous. They have nobody. Their running back this year for most of the season was Rex Burkhead.
Don't disrespect Rex Burkhead now.
He's a
dude's a
former
tank.
Patriot. I'm not disrespecting him, but we can both agree here that he's past his fucking heyday prime. All right. Like
Don't
that
sleep.
that
And
seems a bit.
David Johnson.
I mean, he's a ghost. God, like they're in shambles.
Absolutely.
Can't get any worse in Houston. Like literally.
Lots of poverty in the NFL right now. Lots of poverty.
Do we want to take a gander at some NFL mock draft?
You guys
I'd
want
be
to pull up a
down.
mock draft? I can pull one
I'm
up
pulling
right
up.
here.
You go. All right. I think I got Daniel Jeremiah as of 17 hours ago, right?
I did not like his. Let's take a look at that. Let's
This is of
definitely
17
take a look
hours
at
ago. Let me
that.
Make sure I got this ad going before it fucks me up. There we go.
Evan
All
Neal,
right.
first overall.
What I have with him first overall with Daniel Jeremiah here is Aiden Hutchinson, but I agree with
Hey,
you.
I'm
Jack.
pulling
I
it
think,
up. I got you right here.
I think Evan Neal should definitely. You're pulling up on the pod. Perfect.
Nice.
Is this what you were looking at?
Yeah.
No. That's
Wait,
not
yeah,
what I got.
actually no.
It's
Well, this is from yesterday, so we're gonna roll with it.
all right. I have the other one
Okay.
pulled up, so I can tell you what he has drafted. But perfect. So
Aiden
Number one
Hutchinson
up-
1.
yeah, that's
That
what he's
makes
got as the first pick.
sense because it's Detroit.
I disagree.
Well, I mean,
No, because
it's
number
a
one
bad
pick's gonna
pick.
be
It's
no
a
number one
bad.
pick's gonna be
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
It's Jacksonville.
Oh, it's Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would they take him 1? No, this is wrong.
I think it should be Evan Neal. I
Yeah.
think Evan Neal should be the number 1 overall pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You invested
Help
that much
Trevor.
in Trevor, and Trevor
Help him.
Lawrence and Travis Etienne with first overall picks. You need to give them.
Oh,
an
this is his
offensive line.
rankings. Okay,
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
here we go.
Oh well, he has it changed on that one, but yeah, that's exactly what I'd have.
This is from January 22nd or 21st. This is pretty damn recent. Yeah, this is his 1.0. Yeah, this is up to date.
I agree with Evan Neal.
Obviously
who they
Mims
should
does
pick.
too. You gotta.
That's who they should pick.
Yeah. 2 Lions, Aiden Hutchinson, bad pick, but I get
I
it.
don't know about him, honestly.
I think
I
he's a
like him.
bust.
I just don't think
tad
he's better than
overrated.
Thibodeau. Yeah, that's how I feel. I would like him as a top 10 pick. I don't know about a top 5
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
I to have
But-
worse numbers than a sophomore, and like I don't know.
But
how
Will
you-
Anderson's a fucking freak, so I don't know if we can compare it like in that same scope. Like I think
is that
Will
how
Anderson
bad this
is a lot
draft
of fun.
is? They
No, but Will Anderson is truly like I think he's of that upper like when he enters the league, I think he could automatically be like in the top 5 like pass rushers in the NFL.
He's got
He's a
another year
Myles
at
Garrett
Bama,
type deal.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
like
a
how Michael
sophomore
this
Parsons
year.
had that immediate impact, like just off rip, like Will
Yeah.
Anderson could do that.
You think he's one of those guys? I mean,
I don't think Aiden Hutchinson's doing that. I feel like people view him as some like TJ Watt or something. I don't know. I think he's a tad overrated.
and he's a senior.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Older
Bro's
guy.
like 27.
But Michigan stays in Detroit. I can't hate on it. It's a good marketing move at the end of the day.
And it's the Lions. You know he'll be bad. Anyone who goes there.
So Kyle Hamilton must be the real deal, huh?
I
He's
like him a
fucking
lot,
good.
but I don't know if he's top 3. No, I think he's easily like a top.
I've
5
seen him go as
talent.
high as 2 in some mocks.
Oh, he's a top
I
5
don't know about
talent, but
that.
I just don't know if you can take a safety in the top 3 like he has him mocked right here.
Especially when you have Kayvon right here.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting slept on. I don't know if he's just got like some personal issues or something. Like maybe he's just not like the coolest guy ever, but I feel
So-
like he's been slipping real hard in comparison to preseason mocks before the college football season. It was like he was the clear-cut number 1.
For the Spotify listeners, Daniel Jeremiah has Jacksonville taking Evan Neal 1, Detroit taking Aiden Hutchinson 2, Houston taking Kyle Hamilton 3, and New York taking Kayvon 4.
I like
Personally,
Kayvon more than Hamilton and Hutchinson.
I could see Kayvon going to Houston, and I could see the Jets taking Akeem Aquanu.
Who
Mm.
Daniel Jeremiah has at 5, which would be a steal for the Giants.
I see some
Definitely.
people have him possibly going 1 because he's a younger guy.
Yeah, I was about to say there's
and
so
he's
much
like an
potential.
athletic freak. Like actually, like he's in that like.
Well, he's the
athletic
same age as
specimen range.
Evan Neal.
Yeah, but Evan Neal, I like both of them a lot. I think they both could be stalwarts on an offensive line. I don't know if they'll be as immediate as Rashawn Slater and or Penei Sewell, but
And that would round out. I mean, I think this is a great pick for New York. I think they
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what he has in the one he today for the Giants. The one today for the Giants, he had Tyler Linderbaum. So I have one that he made today. Right here. That's crazy. So he flipped it that hard. Sorry, I just want to know because of the new coaching hire what he was thinking. But yeah, no. It's from 17 hours ago. No, go. Where was it?
I wonder if Daniel Jones is QB1. in New York
All
next
right, we're
year.
just
I
gonna
bet he
keep
will
rocking with
be.
this. I don't care
Yeah.
that much.
No, I had it pulled up early, so I was just wondering what he had with the new coaching like hire pulled up. That was the only reason I looked at that one. It said something about a quarterback. It's a clickbait. God, I hate that. Sorry. Anyways, but yeah, no. I thought he would have a quarterback on. That's the only reason I went to go look. He said some of the Giants. Oh, they have the 7th overall pick. I'll check
Yeah, they have
that.
2 picks.
I forgot. That is my own mistake. But he has the Giants here taking Ekwonu, which would be a steal. Like we said earlier, Sauce Gardner going 6 to me just feels like a mega reach here.
I don't think the Panther like I said, I didn't like Jeremiah's mock.
Is that what the Panthers need?
No, not at all.
That's what
I
I'm
feel like
thinking.
they'd trade the pick if that was the case, or take a shot on Devin Lloyd here, like the Giants did. Because I feel like the Panthers need a linebacker, if anything, on defense. Realistically, they need a quarterback.
I mean, his reasoning here is he's like, if they take Ahmad Gardner, they would literally have the best corner tandem in the NFL, which is true. But why would you not improve a position of need? Like, you don't need. You do
You're
not.
the 6th overall pick for a reason. It's not the time to get cute.
Yeah, like they did that shit last year with J.C. Horn. They could have taken
Isaiah Simmons,
Mac Jones, like literally,
Simmons was
like
2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mac
You're
Jones
right.
there. I don't know. They had Justin Fields is still on the board, which I think Justin Fields in the draft at the time was just going to go ahead of Mac Jones. No offense.
well.
Just
Let me
at the
stop you
time,
right
that's just
there.
what
Let
was
me
gonna
stop
happen.
you right there. There was when the 49ers initially traded up for that pick, everyone was saying it was Mac Jones. Everyone was saying it was Mac Jones. But anyways,
If I'm the Panthers, this is a hot take. I'm saying fuck it, and I'm just picking Kenny Pickett. It's fine. They need a
Yeah.
quarterback, unless I don't think they can sign or trade for anyone
And
that great.
Jeremiah's reasoning here is financial. Like they basically signed up for 2 years of Sam Darnold. money
If
wise.
Sam
was their fuck
Darnold
And they
is
paid
their-
Cam Newton.
Oh my goodness!
And CMC. They need to
what
trade
a-
out of, but they can't.
What a
They have to pay
catastrophe!
DJ Moore this year.
Yeah, it's a shit show in Carolina. You love to see it. They're so fun. Like they're literally becoming an
love it.
NFC East
I
team.
love it. They started 3-0 this past year, and all the Panthers fans were like, "Yeah,
They were mad lit. They
We're
thought they were
making
going to go to the
a
playoffs.
wild card." Yeah.
They really
Fuck
fell off
outta
after.
here.
Once Sam
Yeah.
Darnold stopped running the ball.
Jeez. The
don't
Giants'
see-
second pick, Devin Lloyd. All right, look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know anything about Devin Lloyd. I've seen him mocked very high on a lot of boards. I need to watch his tape.
I
Apparently,
like him.
he's the real deal. Tell me what you know about him.
You got me there, but watching him, he's a fucking tank.
Okay,
And
so
if-
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, is he good? Like from the naked eye?
I'd say so, yeah. And he went to
Okay.
Utah. Like, do you remember how good that Utah defense was?
Yeah, dude, Utah was fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had an incredible season last year.
It says
Played
he got the
14
pack.
games, had 111 tackles, 22 for loss, 7 sacks, and 4 interceptions.
He played a humongous role in that Utah defense. I like him
Physically, he's what you
personally.
want to see prototypically
Yes.
out of an NFL linebacker at 6'3",
Yes.
235. I don't know what his metrics are physically as far as running, his 40-yard dash and all that, but size-wise, he seems to be.
If this
very-
is the Giants draft right here, they killed it because they have
Definitely.
2 valuable picks here. They're known for fucking up their picks, and they historically don't go linebacker in the first round, and they literally have needed a linebacker for years now.
Mm-hmm.
This would be huge for them. I'm sure all the Giants fans would love to see this, and I mean they're not the flashiest picks, but it's what they need.
I could
Especially if you're
see-
going to keep trying with Daniel Jones.
I could see them just pulling the trigger on someone like Malik Willis or someone being the Giants.
Oh,
They might
I'd
have 3
cringe so
picks.
hard.
They might have 3 picks. Nah, they don't. But nonetheless, I don't know.
It's the Eagles who have 3 picks.
Right. What do you guys think about this?
Treylon
Atlanta
Burks.
taking Treylon Burks. You guys think he's the best receiver in this draft?
He might like size wise, he's massive, dude.
Yeah,
And I think the
6'3",
big problem, someone mentioned this earlier, I believe the other day, is that there's going to be a lot of people making really bad picks trying to find the next Debo Samuel type. And this guy kind of falls into that kind of like size range, how he plays. Now, I think he's more of a go up and get it receiver and not like the yak guy that Debo is. But I feel like some team like dumb enough to do that would draft him and do that. Now, I think the Falcons see him more of the Julio Jones type, which I don't mind, but top 10, I just don't know.
I like the receivers out of this class. I don't think it's as good as has been 2 years past, last year even, but I'm just not sure if he's the best available here.
It's hard to guess.
They definitely do need a receiver. I know Calvin wants out of Atlanta. They need a plethora and a variety of things, honestly, but I don't hate this pick. I just think it's a bit of a reach. I think you can probably get him later. If you do want this guy, trade back probably.
Or sacrifice him for like a Drake London, or Chris Olave, or Garrett Wilson.
I know it's still early. I've looked at a lot of mocks. I mean, I just see so many different first wide receivers go off. It's just like, why take one you don't know that another team's crazy about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the comparison just size wise to Julio Jones would make them go crazy just because they like Julio is a legend. And as someone who's a fan of the SEC West team, this guy was a monster. I watched the game against Alabama. He had 8 catches for 180 yards and like I think 2 or 3 touchdowns. Like something crazy like that.
Yeah, he was a huge part of this.
He went off.
They were fun to watch.
He just like kind of inconsistent, just kind of like that whole entire Arkansas team was. But he could be a pretty.
His comp for him is a taller AJ Brown.
That's interesting. I don't think he's as fast as AJ Brown.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, he is bigger. Can't knock him for the speed there, but as far as catching ability, I guess I could see it.
I forgot Jamison Williams was still out there.
Yeah. Well,
I heard he might be coming off an ACL injury. So.
Yeah. Right.
Although it doesn't seem like ACL injuries are as big.
It doesn't scare me that much, honestly. I think he'll be fine.
Look at what we have here, fellas.
That was before the Nathaniel Hackett hire, so that's valid. But I don't see that happening now.
It's not going to happen.
Well,
I mean,
let's say, all right, hear me out. Rodgers makes a decision before the draft and where he's playing next year. Why wouldn't they think about this year? That would actually be probably a correct pick if he's still on the board.
It would be. Yeah.
What you think about that, Mims?
I could see them reaching on offensive line here and taking someone like Charles Cross from Mississippi State. If they do end up getting someone like Aaron Rodgers in the fold, kind of like how the Bucs did with Wirfs, even though Wirfs was disgusting and wasn't really a reach, was more of a fall, but just like getting your guy to keep that guy upright. So that's what I see happening with the 9th pick, but that's me kind of projecting the Broncos get Rodgers. If they don't, though, either Pickett or Matt Corral is kind of what I see here. But that's me guessing that someone ahead of this team will take Malik Willis.
You think Malik Willis will go as far as up here?
I think he could if a team is super like, we need a quarterback. Because I think,
you think Malik Willis is the first off the board?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I think teams are really high on Malik Willis.
That's interesting. The Jets. Yeah, we hear you. You with us, Jack?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. The Jets, it's kind of weird not seeing them. I mean, they're still top 10, but top 5, top 3, they're always up here, right? Oh, there they are. I forgot. I that wasn't even me making a joke. Like, I actually forgot.
Do they not have Derek Stingley going yet on this?
They do not.
That is crazy.
He's a beast.
Dude, Mims, I told you I did not like Jeremiah's draft, but that's why I wanted to talk about it. I thought it was interesting because he's usually a pretty credible guy as far as draft day goes. But Trent McDuffie, cornerback out of Washington. I'm pretty sure this is like that really fast dude.
I'm not gonna lie, like I watched a lot of University of Washington games this year. I can pull up his stats real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar on that guy.
I do know that the Jets certainly need a DB. They need it bad. Like I don't think they've had a big DB name since Darrell Revis.
It really just doesn't seem like people throw at him. He's 5'11", 195. I mean, nothing about his stats kind of jump off the board. Doesn't really seem like people throw at him. Possibly,
I'm pretty sure he's a speed guy.
Probably plays in like the slot. It seems like that's where he does a little bit more of his dirty work because he's kind of forcing some fumbles here from what I see. But that was kind of in his freshman, sophomore year. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say I watched a lot of Washington football this year.
Says he's a junior though.
After dark.
Yeah,
Right.
nah.
Young talent though. Don't know about him, so we'll skip over that. And we have a second quarterback off the board. I actually like this pick, Matt Corral,
I like
of
him a lot.
Washington. What? Speak on it, Mims. I know you're a big Matt Corral guy.
I think Matt Corral, if he didn't have that ankle tweak, would be the first quarterback off the board, even though it was an ankle tweak and it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. I feel like people are just stupid and they'll buy into it a little bit more. So if he falls to 11, I think that's a really good pick for the Washington now. What are they? The Commanders?
Yes. As of actually today, they announced it. Yeah.
The Washington Commanders. So the first pick of the Washington Commanders regime would be Matt Corral, Commander Corral.
Actually,
Perfect.
I would almost bet a lot of money that that's what they do. Like marketing move. Like, yeah, we need a new guy. Like new team, new quarterback.
Commander Corral would be perfect.
They can't put Heineke or Fitzpatrick back out there again.
I mean, Fitzmagic is going to go out there on a walker.
Talk about guys retiring. Is he retiring?
I hope so for his health's sake. Like,
I mean, the man is employed by the fucking Commanders, and he is literally seen at the Bills Patriots game shirtless, pulling for the Bills. Like, what are you doing, bro?
He should just be a coach, like a barstool guy.
I agree. I think that's exactly what he needs to do. Harvard, man. Here goes your boy, Mims. Oh, wow. Look at what they're doing to you.
Reuniting my baby boys. They could go against each other in practice. Would I be a Vikings/Bengals/Saints fan? Is that what they're doing to me?
That's what it looks like they're doing to you. I fucking would be shocked if Derek Stingley's still here, though. And
yeah, I've seen other mocks. He's like top 5 pick. So I would like if he's not falls all the way to 12, just whoever gets him like in anywhere in that range.
Congratulations.
Like, if you get him anywhere past 5, I would just be like, that was a great pick. Because I think this guy, I mean, someone said it back when he was in high school. He's the most NFL ready prospect they've ever seen. Like as far as the defensive back position, he had 6 interceptions his freshman year. That was really the only year guys even threw at him. And then his sophomore year, riddled with injury. This junior year, he kind of checked out because he saw where season was going. Coach getting fired, obviously. So I think Derek Stingley is almost a generational type defensive back prospect. And if he is somehow available at 12, that is crazy.
Yeah, this is definitely incorrect. Like Trent McDuffie is not getting picked before Derek Stingley. And I don't think Sauce Gardner will either.
There's some
Vikings
questions about
do need
Stingley's
a corner.
motor. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you were right about that, Jack. Their pass defense is atrocious.
And Derek Stingley can match up size-wise with almost any wide receiver in the NFL outside of like Mike Evans, who's just 6'6". Like, what are you
he's going to be so much fun to watch.
Trayvon Walker why do they need him? They have Clowney and
Clowney's probably on a 1-year deal, so he's probably gone.
They have the Browns here taking Trayvon Walker, edge out of Georgia, who's a very good player, but I just don't see
game in the national title.
don't see
I
the
feel like the
need here.
Browns need a receiver.
I saw today
They
on
need a
the
quarterback. Let's be honest.
I saw
Yeah, and
today
the
on
QB.
the interwebs that the first team that Kenny Pickett interviewed with was the Browns
Really?
at Senior Bowl. Yep.
Interesting.
Baker, that hit Baker hard.
I'm not sure if it was. I think it was Kenny Pickett. If it wasn't Kenny Pickett, it was Matt Corral.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. I would love to see them take a quarterback. I would laugh maniacally.
What do you think realistically they could get for Baker?
I don't know because like the trade value in the NFL is so fucked. Like I don't like is Stephon Gilmore worth a sixth? Fuck no, he's worth way more than that. But that's what we got for him.
Yeah, but
I-
Baker Mayfield's a young quarterback with 1 year. Like, you think they get
Dude,
a third for
I'm
him?
like that, I'm
Second?
answering your question to the best of my ability. I literally do not know what these teams value what. Like I don't like there could be a team that thinks Baker's a 7th round pick worth. There could be a team that thinks he's worth the house, you know? Like I really have no idea.
Panthers
see the
trade their next 2
Panthers.
seconds. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I think that's like a best case scenario for them. Like Panthers or like football
They
teams.
overtrade for him.
Like the Vikings. Something
I mean,
like
Pro
that.
Bowl Kirk Cousins, don't sleep on that.
I think Baker's been to a Pro Bowl.
1.
Nah, he
Baker's worth a pack of Gatorades. He ain't worth shit.
went. Yeah, I would be. Oh, I don't have to worry about things like that though. I have a competent front office.
All right. Moving on to the Ravens.
The Ravens got O-line here.
That's valid. They need to
Yeah.
replace Orlando Brown. I've seen Penny.
They just were
Pretty-
so injured. It's kind of hard to like put a finger on what they need the most because we didn't see like them fully healthy at any point in the season last year. But I think O-line's a safe pick.
You
When in
trade,
doubt, pick O-line.
I say you trade Orlando Brown. So, I mean, you go ahead and get an offensive tackle to kind of at least build depth.
Right.
This guy's a 5th-year player too, so obviously has some experience. So he's more likely to come in and immediately play some good ball.
The Eagles have back-to-back picks here, 15, 16. First pick, they have George Karlaftis, edge out of Purdue. And secondly, they have Drake London, wide receiver out of USC, who I would say is probably the first or second best wide receiver in this draft.
I think those would be 2 home run picks.
Yeah. Buddy out of Purdue's a dog.
I think he's the safest pick in the draft, like as far as edge rushers. Like, I don't think his ceiling's as high as the other 2, but I think like you know what you're getting the most out of Karlaftis, if that makes sense.
I like Trayvon Walker too. But yeah, I definitely, dude, I like a lot of these guys over Aiden Hutchinson. I just don't know about him. I think that's a lot. I agree with Jack. There's just a lot of hype around that.
I'm a big doubter.
I am as well. I'm definitely pointing him to be my Trevor Lawrence of the year, my draft bust. But yeah, like Mim said, I really like these 2 picks, especially for Philly. Lord knows that Jalen Reagor was a miss a couple years back. Definitely be good to get another serious
Bro has
name.
brick hands.
Yeah, like dude is awful. Does anybody know where Alshon Jeffrey is?
At home.
Does he not play football anymore?
I think he's a free agent.
That's sad. Chargers 17 O-line. Bernhard
Yes.
Rahman, Central Michigan. I'm all for any man out of Central Michigan. One named Bernhard getting drafted early.
Rayman.
And
AB's college.
fuck yes.
Oh, I love that pick for the
It's-
Saints.
Garrett Wilson, Ohio State for the Saints. Wide receiver at 18. Yeah, like I said earlier.
would cream my jeans
Yeah, I was about to say, kind of got to give up on Michael Thomas. So
I think we should trade him.
replace one Ohio State wide receiver with another.
We're in desperate need of a wide receiver as well. That is what
Like it
constantly
says
held us
here,
back the whole year.
emphasize the Saints love shopping at Ohio State. They
That is
love
a
them
fact.
some Buckeyes. And
Every single player. We draft at least one Ohio State Buckeye like every draft. I'm not even kidding.
was the 2020 draft was the biggest chance Mims had to have a baby boy on his team. They didn't draft one LSU player.
Oh, not a chance, dude. I was so pissed. I was like, God damn it. I thought we were gonna get Patrick Queen, bro, and we just did not. We never draft LSU players. The closest thing I have is Quan Alexander, but I digress.
Maybe this Ohio State trend's changes is with Peyton leaving.
I think that's a GM thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Kenyon Green, guard out of A&M to the Eagles. They have 3, so that's our 3rd pick.
They're stacked.
Yeah, that's a solid draft right there if that's how it goes.
Mhm.
I'm not a big O-line guy, so I'm not gonna act like I know. I just read
He's
about
a
him,
really good athlete.
take people's word for it. Yeah, it says outstanding athlete, 6'4", 325, fucking giant. Yeah, Jason Kelsey, 34. Wouldn't be surprised if he retired. Oh, that's boring, Jack.
Pittsburgh Steelers O line.
Charles Cross.
I feel like
they
if that-
need it.
That's a
That's
good
the
pick. I
biggest
mean, that's a
necessity.
good
Yeah.
O lineman
yeah.
to pick. I
And
know
especially
that.
if he falls to 20, like I'd be happy.
I've seen him mocked as
Um,
high as 5.
Yeah, I'd be really happy if we get him.
And at this
that
point,
just-
if there's one quarterback taken so far, no, 2.
There's 2.
Yeah, so like it looks like they might stick around a little bit longer. You maybe be able to snag one in the second.
Yeah, maybe Malik Willis, someone in that nature.
They have us drafting Jordan Davis. I don't get this at all. We need a linebacker or a fucking what's it called? A receiver. That's what we need. We don't need a line. We don't need a quarterback. We don't need running backs. We don't need DBs. Like it says here, we have Christian Barmore. We have Lawrence Guy. We have Wino. I just don't get adding a guy like Jordan Davis who would probably play like what 20 snaps a game. Like, no, I'm not interested in that. No, thank you. This is a guy right here I would love to have, Chris Olave.
For the Raiders.
Yeah, that is such a Raiders pick. Wide receiver, just a
you gotta replace
fast
Henry
guy.
Ruggs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Raiders pick, just picking exactly like you said, the guy who just runs the fastest 40 ever.
I like that pick.
This would be such a Patriot. For us to take somebody that I have no interest in, and then the guy I want going to pick after would just be so something that would happen. Ideally, though,
Don't doubt Belichick.
yeah, I mean, Jamo Williams is still on the board here too. Like, no, that
John
Jordan,
Mechie.
yeah, like no thanks, guy. Cardinals going edge at 23.
I get that with Chandler Jones getting up there in age.
Oh my God, look at who they have the Cowboys taking.
That would be a really good pick for them because then you could finally move Micah Parsons to edge and just let him go crazy.
That made me so angry because Nakobe Dean's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Will he fall to 24?
Yeah, he's late. I don't know why teams don't value linebacker as much, but they just don't go as high as they should, in my opinion.
Because in this passing league, that you only really need like 1 or 2 linebackers on the field at a time, if that makes sense. Then the rest are just like edge or like, defenders or interior guys.
I don't know. Nakobe Dean this late is crazy.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if the Cowboys got him, that would be crazy.
Kyler Gordon this late is also crazy to the Bills. That would make me very upset. I think this is a pretty like level draft, but it's a pretty good
Yeah.
draft.
Yeah, I was sleeping on this draft. After looking at this mock, I'm like, okay, it's actually pretty good.
Oh my Jesus fuck.
We
That is
cannot
the
let
last thing I
Jamison
want to happen.
Williams go to the Chiefs. Fuck no.
I will rage. Like I would throw something. Are you kidding me?
The league's got to know. We can't let that happen. I mean, hell, like Garrett Wilson, Olave, Jamison. I get Jamison Williams would be terrifying, but like, there's probably going to be a good receiver available when Kansas City's up. You know,
Yeah.
so they
do
could
they
just
go
pick
receiver though? They needed more
Jamison
defense.
Williams. Yeah, they do. But I was just saying, if they do pick a receiver, like there's going to be an option. There's going to be a good receiver option if they want to go that route. But they need more defense.
Devontae Wyatt. I like that pick.
They might need a wide receiver too. Green Bay taking Devontae Wyatt at 28. They might be in need of a wide receiver this offseason. We'll see though. They'll know by then. Dolphins go line and boy from Minnesota. Sounds like a
he's
big
he's a
Caucasian
beast.
fella.
Massive. He's like
Mhm.
6'9", like 300 pounds, almost like 400 pounds, I think.
Yeah, 6'9", 380. Jamison Williams at 30 to the Chiefs would be we'd all be in trouble. Everybody. This would not be good. So that means they would have Mecole, Tyreek, and Jamison Williams. Are you kidding
Holy
me?
shit.
Yeah, they would just be really, really fast.
Oh my God.
That'd be really annoying.
God help, he writes. Jano Jenner writes, God help the rest of the AFC if this speed lands with Patrick
Merchant.
Mahomes. Yeah, like what? That is terrifying to even think about. Then he has Tyler Linderbaum, who I've heard great things about, going to the Bengals, and that is exactly what they
If
need.
they don't take a fucking O-line, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, like, if they
don't
can't fuck that up.
Alignment, they should be charged in like a court of law for what they're doing to Joe Burrow.
I want to kill him.
And then I think probably the most interesting thing I've seen in this mock draft, Malik Willis, I almost said Williams, to Detroit
That's
to
not
round out the
happening.
first round. You think they're still gonna work with Goff? What do you think? Like,
They need just so much of anything.
Yeah. I could see them running it back with Goff.
the only
honestly.
way they would have to be in love with this guy to take him here, because like Mims just said, they need way too much to be playing cute. Like they need to rebuild a lot before they start thinking about.
They need a
franchise guy.
receiver.
I think honestly, Jared Goff is probably a perfect
It's
person.
a perfect
to have in.
stopgap.
Right? Like
Mhm.
you know he's not gonna do yeah.
He's been to a Super Bowl. Like, he can only be so bad, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
he's led a
yeah.
team to a Super Bowl. Not a
Mhm.
win, but like he's been there.
It's an interesting mock.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like this
some
this
things,
mock.
but I feel like a
isn't
lot
gonna
of these
be-
players won't be available at some of these picks.
It is just a 1.0. So like this is really
Yeah,
like a
there's
rough
time.
draft. Yeah.
There's a lot of time.
And I know Kuipers was weird looking too. I just think he has I think all these guys are first round guys. I just don't think
Definitely.
the order is correct necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of these late rounders, especially, I just think are way. I don't think Linderbaum goes this late. Jameson, I hope he doesn't go that late.
If he does go that late, just not there.
Yeah, anywhere but there. Literally anywhere but there. In the Bills. Kyler Gordon.
Kobe Dean.
I mean, I'm expecting him to go 20. I would just hate it if he went to Dallas because I like Nakobe Dean and like you said, Mims, that would just be problematic as shit. That would make their defense a lot better. I wonder if Micah Parsons' sack numbers would go up.
Oh, absolutely, because they would just let
That's
him blitz every play. It'd be
Scary to
perfect.
think about. Like, all right, boy, go get the quarterback. All
It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah, that wraps up the Jeremiah mock draft correction. I guess we just did. I don't know. Just kind of gazed over that.
Desmond Bain, in his second year, shot 22.2% with 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, and 2 turnovers on February 2nd, 2022, while wearing number 22.
All you need to know is 2. Okay?
The signs.
2. Angel numbers.
That just popped up on my phone. I think that's crazy. Luka and Luke Dort battled it out. Luke had 40 and 10. Luke Dort had 30.
It's Jordan Kobe right there.
Evan Mobley balled out too. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent about hoops, but sorry. Anything else we want to talk about?
I think I've covered everything that I want. Oh, nope. Actually, I didn't. Tom Brady has retired. Yeah, it's just
Thank
really sad.
God.
Yeah, I know these two are ecstatic, but I, on the other hand, am a bit upset about it. And
The bad man's gone.
The bad man, the big scary man is gone. I'm a little sad because our childhoods are coming to an end.
yeah, like all we have left is Rodgers.
And Joe Burrow.
Shut up. He's not part of our childhood. It's like 2
Matt
years older than
Ryan.
you.
I'd say Matt Ryan and Rodgers, the only ones left.
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh, I have an interesting question for both of you. I
Let's
know
hear it.
Mims' answer already, but who would you rather have for the next 15 years, Joe Burr or Justin Herbert?
It's impossible not to say Joe Burrow.
I'll go with the guy who's been in the Super Bowl, the guy that hasn't been in the playoffs every time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think that's a good take because, like,
Herbert
The
has the better
Charge-
team.
yeah, but he has no
Honestly.
defense. They have zero defense.
Yeah, their defense is awful.
Like, it's terrible.
it's so bad.
It's a college team.
I just don't think that they're that much worse than the Bengals to give him that excuse. I think that Joe Burrow.
That's kind of fair. In my opinion, I'm taking Herbert, but I get why you take Joe Burrow as well. I feel like Joe Burrow's more of a winner. I don't know if, then again, that might be a little unfair to Justin Herbert. But in terms of like, I could compare this comparison a little to Brady Rodgers. This could be off, but like you could say that Rodgers is kind of comparable to Herbert. Joey Burr is comparable to Brady, just in terms of winning games and making better decisions and that sort of thing. But Justin Herbert's going to make more like
I think
insane
Herbert
plays.
reminds me more of Breeze than Rodgers.
I think Burrow reminds me more of Breeze than
Yeah, Burrow
Brady.
reminds me of Breeze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's definitely got the IQ of Breeze.
yeah.
Not better.
Think of Joey Burr's legacy if he actually pulls this one out of his ass.
I mean, he's
The
the king
GOAT.
of Ohio with LeBron.
That's wild. Joey Burr is everything that
I think
people thought
Tom-
Baker would be.
I think Tom Payton, Big Ben, and all of our childhood heroes have left
Phillip
us in
Rivers.
good hands. Yeah, Philip fucking Rivers. We've
10
we've
kids.
entered a new gen of quarterbacks. I think we got something to look forward to.
Definitely. Josh Allen.
Patrick
Lamar.
Mahomes.
We're in good hands.
We're in good hands.
Everything's gonna be fine.
We'll be okay. And then we still
But
got
I'll still be that old guy at the bar saying, this young boy's good, but he ain't nothing like Big Ben in his prime. I'm still gonna have that bias.
There's
No
no
matter
such
what.
thing as a Big Ben in his prime. There will only be one.
This is big fucking Ben.
There's Big Ben and then Bigger Ben.
I don't know. Grant, he was noodle arm Ben the past 3 years.
Sadly,
Mm-hmm.
you hate to see it. He almost destroyed his legacy in Pittsburgh, I'd say. He was getting close. If he didn't hang him up with him, like if he went another season, I know that Steelers fans would be like, "All right, bro." Like,
Yeah, it's time. It was time. I was losing it after we lost to the Browns in the playoffs.
There's no way
I was
that
like,
fan
it's
base could
time.
have taken another season of
Oh
that
no,
shit.
I would die. Did you guys know that a Steeler fan actually had a heart attack during the Lions Steelers game this year? And he died. Pittsburgh native.
God.
Our team kills people because they stress people out so much.
That is truly some Steelers shit.
He died. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't.
That's how you're gonna go out, Jack.
I know.
Me and like LSU versus Alabama when I'm like 47 years old.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
God
that's the
damn it,
thing.
this is the one.
It's
This
not
guy
even going
was
to be on a
like-
game-winning play. It's going to be like on a second quarter block punt.
Yeah, I think that's when I think it was like it didn't even get to the overtime yet. I think
God
it was
forbid.
like in the third or fourth quarter he went out.
Yeah, God
You
forbid
see
the
Saul enough.
Patriots play like they did in the 80s, or I will be right there with you fellas. I will be, cardiac arrest immediately.
And I think this guy was like 80 or 90. We're gonna be like in our 40s. That's the sad thing.
Steelers, oh my God, we're gonna lose this game. It's gonna kill me.
That's the way to go.
That man didn't get to see the Steelers without Big Ben. It just,
That's crazy.
I wouldn't be complaining. But
Yeah, he didn't get to see the week 18. Honestly, if he didn't die during the Lions game, he would have died thinking Raiders Chargers was going to be a tie. That almost
facts.
killed me. That actually had me on life support. I was struggling.
you were like, this cannot happen. You were freaking
and then as it
out.
progressively happened, I was like, when it went to overtime, I accepted it. I was like, it wouldn't come this far to not end in a tie. But it was always Big Ben. It was always about Big Ben.
Just for him to get his doors blown off by the Chiefs in the first round.
That's exact. I said like mid-season. I was like, if I just said the one thing I want is the Ben to just go out in the playoffs, like go out swinging. I don't want him to not qualify. Like I want him to die, because if he doesn't die in his last game, there's always going to be those boomer Steeler fans saying, "One more year, no,
Yeah.
we need him to die. We got to put him to rest." And I'm glad he got put to rest in Arrowhead.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
How poetic.
I'm
Yeah.
almost just shed a tear.
I can't
listening to
lie.
that.
There was a good 5% of me who was like, "We're winning the fucking Super Bowl," just because we stumbled that far. I was like, "There's no way we just don't go all the way." But reality hit me like a truck when Patty Mahomes scored like 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes or some crazy shit.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
awesome.
Unless
That's
you're drunk.
awesome.
But anything else we need to talk about, fellas?
Sean Strickland's crazy ass fights this weekend, UFC. He fights Jack Hermanson. The card is low key stacked for the hardcores. So if you're bored on Saturday, watch some MMA. It's not a bad card, in my opinion.
Hell yeah. It's always fun to watch you guys beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
Definitely gonna be checking that out. No football
yeah.
for the first time in a while
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah. That's
Depressing
rough.
time. Actually, you're a liar. The Pro Bowl, the best version
Ugh,
of football.
I'm not watching
and then we have, what is it? The AFL,
The
Yeah.
USFL, that's what it's called.
the USFL, and I think the
Oh, Jeff Fisher got hired.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Mhm.
He's the
Go.
coach of the Birmingham somethings.
Let's go. It's exactly what we needed.
And then I think the XFL is going to come back too.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to have football year fucking round, boys.
Oh yeah.
Don't
I'll
forget about
definitely become a basketball hardcore next couple weeks.
next
'cause now
episode.
football's
I'm
over.
proclaiming it right here. Next episode, I'm going to have a list of the USFL teams. We're all declaring our teams.
Okay.
We're all calling our
do it.
teams.
Okay.
Based off, I
I'm
just
cool
want
with that.
to hear the names and
That's all we
the
need.
team logos. That's
Yep.
all I want.
All right. Next episode. Look forward to it.
Sounds good.
Until then, appreciate you guys for listening as always. It will be the three of us from here on out, and we'll hopefully have a new logo up next time we record, which shouldn't be too long from here. Yeah, Jack is here to stay. Thank God.
Blessed.
I'm that episode 3 to infinity now.
Let's go.
Um,
Fucking
Hell
go.
But yeah, I think we had a good one here today. Thank you guys for talking to me.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it for me. If you guys got anything to say, I'll let you guys close it out from here.
I told y'all Joe Burrow was gonna win a Super Bowl.
Surprised you didn't talk more about it, honestly.
My mouth hurts from my wisdom teeth, so it was kind of hard for me to continuously talk.
You'll
Just
save
my mouth would wear down.
it for the Super Bowl after he wins, right?
Yeah, I'll just be crying, being like, "I told y'all." I told y'all. Years ago. I told y'all. I'm always right.
Yo, Burrow.
Yeah, like it'd be fantastic. A dream come true. But yeah, I'll leave y'all with that.
Anything from you, Jack?
Think that wraps it up for me. Joe Burrow ain't winning no damn Super Bowl. That's about it.
Not.
The Bengals
Everyone
ain't winning
else's
no
sake, y'all
damn
better
Super
hope Joe
Bowl.
Burrow doesn't win a Super Bowl. But for my sake, I need it.
No, we don't.
Now that LSU basketball looks to be on the demise.
We're just hitting a rough patch. We don't need to worry about it.
Nah, yeah, March is ahead. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon. Till next time. Peace out.
Peace.